The starter is called. The condition Pacers to the gate for tonight's first race at Pocono, first half of the early daily double. 5 and younger, non-winners of 5, eligible to be claimed for $18,000. Pennsylvania preference with a purse of $13,000. And around the turn, they go. The Pacers have reached the backstretch, and they are underway in the Sunday night opener, and that's Jack's After Hours on the outside, showing early. A slight lead here, now about a long neck, now a half length, now a full length there over Hands Off Frank. Warrior Call slides into a gap there, third, 2 in front of the Warden, who's pacing fourth, about 5 off the lead. Then on the inside, fifth, Flight Again, a slight gap back to Celtic Art, and the early trailer, Money Guns Lawyers. Meanwhile, Hands Off Frank pulls the pocket and goes after the lead of Jack's After Hours. The quarter reached in 27 3/5. First time past the faithful tonight, and it's Hands Off Frank in from Pompano, making a move to the lead for George Napolitano Jr. Now a length out in front of Jack's After Hours, off back-to-back wins in Ohio. And with a first dollar charge, there's a big move here from the Warden. The Dover Shipper is the heavy favorite of 1-5, having won 3 straight, trying to get around Hands Off Frank. Inside Warrior Call fourth, followed at the pylons there by Flight Again. Celtic Art sixth. Money Guns Lawyers on the outside at the back. The half reached 56-1, 28-3. Second panel, and on the outside, the Warden has the lead, but having a hard time clearing Hands Off Frank, who's tough on the inside for George Knapp. A gap back to Jack's After Hours third. Kakali trying to get more out of him. Then on the inside, Warrior Call. Money Guns Lawyers moves up a bit there, fifth. And at the back, you've got Flight Again and Celtic Art. Meanwhile, Hands Off Frank now has the lead back from the Warden. 3/4, 123-3, 27-2 third panel. So a surprising turn of events here as the Warden, the heavy favorite, struggling now as Hands Off Frank gets the lead back. Jack's After Hours coming on again. Money Guns Lawyers trying to close. Top of the stretch, and now Jack's After Hours with momentum on the outside. Hands Off Frank trying to hold him back, but it's Jack's After Hours, and Matt Kakali steps on by. Jack's After Hours comes up for the win and gets it by a length and a half. Hands Off Frank was second, photo third between Warrior Call and Flight Again. Jack's After Hours starts us off at 9-1 and 153 flat.
Big balloons in the opener. I'll tell you what happened here big time. First of all, congratulations to the Jacks After Hours, the 10-claimer at Northfield, who win at 1-5, comes back in here, but he comes back in here tonight, and I don't want to take anything away from the winner, but when you get the speed duel between Hands Off Frank and the Warden, obviously that softened those two up, and then they gave it an opportunity to open for the door for Jack's After Hours. How about the Warden? How do you get away fourth in a race here, showing all of the early speed and try to brush from fourth position? It's not going to work here at Pocono Downs. That's a tough move.
Judges have posted the unofficial order of finish for race number 1. Number 6, Jack's After Hours, finished first. Number 3, Hands Off Frank, finished second. Number 2, Warrior Call, finished third. And number 4, Flight Again, finished fourth. Unofficially 6-3-2-4 in race number 1. Moving into the Hanover Shoe Farms winner's circle, unofficial winner of tonight's first race, first half, the early daily double, number 6, Jack's After Hours, a 4-year-old bay gelding by All-American native out of Bellatrist by Artscape, bred by Barbara Machera of New Jersey, owned by VIP Internet Stable LLC of Piscataway, New Jersey. John Butenshane, the trainer, Matt Kakali, the driver, and Jack's After Hours at 9-1 here this evening. Came on, had fallen back a bit in the pocket, but with momentum late, rallied by the tiring Hands Off Frank. 3